Hey everyone, it's Ivan at KidBadger.com, here to bring you another gear review, and today we're talking about gloves. These by SKD Tactical, which are the Pig FTD Alpha gloves. Previously, I reviewed these by SKD Tactical. These are their Delta utility gloves versus their Alpha, and comparatively, these Alphas have a lot more features built into them. As far as features on the Alpha, again, you have this single layer palm right here, as well as a bar tacked pull tab. You can also clip that to gear. And then unlike the Deltas, right here, you can actually adjust this Velcro tab, giving you a custom fit. Inside here on the index finger, as well as your palm, it's capacitive touch, being able to use those smart devices. And then also along the back of your fingers, you have all these articulated joints, giving you a lot of range of motion. Right here, probably my favorite part, this micro suede, really nice for wiping your nose when it's really cold out. Then across the back here, you have this 1000 denier nylon, this padded knuckle area, should you need to punch animate or inanimate objects. And then lastly down here, there's also this pad, say for karate chopping. So what are these Alpha gloves for? They're made to be able to work operationally in a tactical environment, and they do that. FTD, Full Dexterity Tactical. They give you all that dexterity to be able to manipulate this weapon system, all these different tasks. They most certainly work for that. How do they work for pistol? Because that's where it really comes down to having that tactile dexterity. In my experience, they most certainly work for being able to do all those little kind of fine tactile skills with a pistol, to include, even at distance, being able to break those shots. But let's be honest, Glock is like the Toyota Corolla of the pistol world. So what about with pistols with a little more class and a little nicer of triggers? In my experience, totally works fine. A lot of dexterity, being able to get that really nice, crisp trigger pull, regardless of what you're using, whether it's Toyota Corolla or some sort of sports car. I've actually been really pleased with these gloves in a variety of circumstances. Most recently, I was actually out elk hunting and wore these. A couple reasons. One, wanted to wear gloves because it was cold. Most certainly not cold weather gloves, but better than nothing. And at the same time, be able to manipulate on that rifle, the one I was using, pretty light trigger, be able to have that good dexterity to manipulate the trigger. So I'm out there, actually did break a shot, dropped an elk, went down, and these pretty much stayed on for the whole process. Ended up gutting it, hauling this thing back up, skinning it out, and these stayed on the whole time. Even covered in blood and gore, still was able to manipulate the knife, do all the other little tasks that needed to happen, and they actually did a really good job. Washed them, blood came out, smell of elk musk did not, but they could probably smell like worse things, I guess. One issue that has came up with these gloves, for whatever reason, on my right thumb, ended up getting worn through, and it's consistently just continued to open up there. Again, sample size of 1, I don't know why. I don't have a big like Coke nail or anything like that, but for some reason it's done that. One thing I would like to see with both these as well as the Delta gloves, they do a really good job on all the fingers of having it come and wrap all the way around to the back side. I don't know if it's a matter of patterning or getting it to be stitched, but if they could do that with a thumb and have it come all the way around, wrap around, I think that would be a huge improvement on these gloves, which are otherwise pretty damn awesome. Like most things, when we're looking at something, it comes down to context. Here, kind of on the lower end, price point as well as features, we have the Delta utility gloves, also by SKD Tactical. Over here, I have these Overlord short gloves by Outdoor Research. MSRP, like 175 bucks, Kevlar stitching, Nomex, all that stuff. And then we have these Alphas. A lot of features built in, especially at the price point, about 43 bucks. Where these shine, I think, is more with respect to operationally, whether it's law enforcement or military. If you're just gonna go to the range, shoot holes in paper, these Delta utility gloves probably do a really good job for you. If you're gonna be moving in and out of buildings, a lot more hands-on with things, padding, stuff along those lines, these will probably do a great job for you. I wouldn't necessarily wear them where I was overseas just because there is the IED threat. If I'm to be somewhere where I have the potential of catching on fire, probably want to wear something that is Nomex and leather so it's not going to burn or melt or anything along those lines. But for everything else, a lot of value here with these Alpha gloves. You can find them directly through SKD Tactical. As I mentioned, about 43 bucks, kind of all your standard colors, green, gray, brown, black. I think that's it. But pretty good gloves for the money. As always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.